Hi, I'm Danny Quinn, and welcome to another episode of First Impressions. Tonight's episode, I talk about the LEGO Batman movie and try my best not to use it as an excuse to bash Batman v Superman, the key word being try. The plot of the movie is that Batman, voiced by Will Arnett, has just foiled another attempt to destroy Gotham City by the Joker, voiced by Zach Galifianakis, but not before he upsets the Joker by telling him he's nothing special to him. Batman must also deal with the new commissioner, Barbara Gordon, voiced by Rosario Dawson, who wants to restructure the city police to function without Batman, and must also face pressure from his butler Alfred, voiced by Ralph Fiennes, to adopt the hyperactive young orphan Dick Grayson, voiced by Michael Cera, who worships both Bruce Wayne and Batman. I didn't actually see the LEGO movie back when it came out, and only saw it for the first time recently when I decided I was going to review the LEGO Batman movie. And it's a film that really does live up to the hype, and it's every bit as good as people have said it is. It's a very likeable, imaginative and very creative film, elevated by a very strong story with a great message, and brilliant voice acting by the likes of Chris Pratt, Liam Neeson, Will Ferrell, Elizabeth Banks, Alison Brie, Morgan Freeman, and especially Will Arnett as Batman, who proved to be so memorable and so entertaining that he got his own spin-off movie. So understandably, this movie has a lot to live up to. It's following one of the most surprisingly good animated movies to come out in recent memory, and I'm happy to report that, for the most part, it manages to live up to those expectations. It's a film that really understands what makes Batman so great. It makes fun of him, but also celebrates him. There's some neat references here and there, like how Alfred mentions the many Batman movies that have come before, which implies that Batman is actually 80 years old or more in this movie, or how Batman pokes fun at the concept of Suicide Squad, which really got a good chuckle out of me. It's honestly quite refreshing to see a Batman movie that doesn't take itself so seriously, because we've seen many dark interpretations of Batman over the past decade or more even. I'm not saying something, because out of all the superheroes that try to do the whole dark and gritty thing, Batman is probably one of the few ones I think that actually works well with it. Not Superman, not Spider-Man, and definitely not the Fantastic Four. Will Arnett once again nails the part of Batman. He was one of the many highlights of the LEGO movie, playing this very vain and egotistical interpretation of Batman. And although the movie is considerably lighter than most Batman movies, it still takes the opportunity to develop him as a character. It shows how, as a result of his crime fighting and all, he has become something of a loner, and how the loss of a parent still affects him, and how he interacts with others. He doesn't want to get close to anyone in case he loses them in the same way. And another neat touch that I quite liked was the fact that Batman almost never takes off his mask. He may take the suit off on several occasions, but he almost never takes off the mask. Again, it's a little touch that I think goes a long way, because it suggests that fighting crime and stopping bad guys is really the only thing that keeps Bruce Wayne going. The part of Bruce Wayne that, is very much just a cover. It's his actual mask, whereas Batman is very much who he truly is. One of my favourite things about any Batman movie is the relationship between Bruce and Alfred. It's always the heart of the character Batman. It's the one thing that sort of grounds him a bit. And the scenes between Bruce and Alfred are usually some of my favourite scenes in any Batman movie. Even in lesser movies like Batman and Robin and Batman v Superman. Yes, I did just say that. And that's no exception here. Ralph Fiennes, I think, does a really good job as Alfred. I like how the movie portrays him as almost this literal parental figure, giving him timeouts and also denying him access to the Bat computer. Those little touches I thought were quite funny. Granted, I wouldn't exactly call him my favourite Alfred. I think it does take a lot to top Michael Caine's turn as Alfred, if you ask me. But I think he's really good in the part, and I like that Alfred actually does get a fairly big role in the film. And Michael Cera, I think, also does a really good job as Robin, bringing a lot of energy, and he has good chemistry with Arnett, and they have a good dynamic together. And it's fairly amusing to see Batman just sort of put him through his paces. And then there's Zach Galifianakis as the Joker. On paper, this is something that really shouldn't work, but it works surprisingly well. He's not as menacing or as threatening as previous interpretations of the Joker. He's a lot more comedic, but he does a great job considering. He does get some great laughs. And I like how the movie literally portrays Batman and him as almost in like this hate-hate relationship, almost like a married couple. Admittedly, I can't think of very many negatives about the movie, although I do find it a little disappointing about how the other Batman villains are depicted. They're not really given a lot of screen time to make an impression or given a lot to do. And it's very disappointing to see once the Joker actually goes out of his way to execute his plan, he doesn't actually use them in any way, and instead turns his back on them and starts recruiting all these other villains. Like, he recruits King Kong, he recruits Agent Smith, he recruits Lord Voldemort, he brings in the Gremlins. And that might have made sense in the Lego movie, but I think in a Lego Batman movie, it is kind of lacking in actual Batman villains. That's not to say they aren't there, but they're not really given a lot to do, with the exception of maybe, say, Harley Quinn, if I'm being generous. Though admittedly, it is fairly nice to see Billy Dee Williams actually playing Two-Face, and not just Harvey Dent for once. That's great to finally see that happen. But in conclusion, I really enjoyed the Lego Batman movie. I thought it was a very fun, very entertaining movie that manages to understand what makes Batman great. It's got brilliant voice acting, it's very well animated, there's a lot of great use of in-jokes and references to previous Batman films. Is it better than the Lego movie? Not quite. As I said earlier, I am a little disappointed in the way that Batman villains are used aside from the Joker. But aside from that, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great film, very fun, and it absolutely gets an 8 out of 10 from me. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have reviews for A Cure for Wellness, John Wick 2, and Logan coming up this week, hopefully. I'm Danny Quinn. Hope you enjoyed this video, and have a pleasant evening.